Carol, Sonnie, and Mulamwa, I feel like this has been going on and on and on for years. But I kind of get it. You know, somebody actually put it in context for me, and I kind of understood where they were coming from. Yes, they loved each other, they were a power couple, and then they had small disagreement. You know, Carol Sonnie packs her bags and goes to her mother's house. You know how things happen. And I think she was kind of expecting this man to actually go after her and say, hey, let's fix this. Let's do something different. And she was pregnant. But after that breakup, what does this man do? He goes and boos up another babe, like almost immediately, while she's still pregnant. So obviously she's feeling some type of way. She's feeling like, were you even guys a thing before all of this? Because this is kind of new, you know, like you've just broken up with somebody, and the next day they show up with a new person. Of course, you're going to feel some type of way. And on top of that, you're pregnant. Anyway, I kind of understand where Carol Sonnie is coming from, where all this bitterness and anger and resentment could be coming from. And also Mulamwa, sometimes I do feel oye for you, because he's really going through it. Because most of the time, 9 times out of 10, when a woman uses her platform to speak her truth, obviously people are going to take her side. So, you know, everyone is always against Mulamwa, calling him names, but he has now said enough is enough. Enough is enough, because Carol Sonnie got on an interview with Jeff Kuria and was asked about her relationship with Mulamwa and said, what is your relationship with your baby daddy? Are you still angry? Are you still resentful? Are you still a bitter baby mama? And she said, ha, 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 ha. And then asked, what's your relationship with your daughter? And she said, my relationship with my daughter is perfect. What is your daughter's relationship with her father? And she said, their relationship is okay. That is all she said. But Mulamwa said, please stop. What do you mean it is okay? Because he says the last time he ever saw his daughter, Kayla, was when she was 4 months old. And right now she's a toddler. You know, she's almost 3 years old. And he says the last time he saw her when she was 4 months old. So obviously that is a lie. Why are you lying? He even went on to reveal more things, like Carol Sonnie has been sending legal letters seeking sole custody of this child, and then in the same breath gets on the internet and calls him a deadbeat. So he's always confused, like, what is happening? You know, you want sole custody of this child, you want full parental rights, you want me to give up everything, and then you turn around and get on the internet and say, I don't support my daughter. It's just very redundant. There's nothing going on. It's just a very annoying place to be at for Mulamwa, and a very frustrating place to be at. And he's just trying to move on with his nice family. They're taking photo shoots. They even did a face reveal of their son the other day. So he's just trying to move on with his life. But when Carol Sonnie comes up with all of these narratives, of course it's going to frustrate everything that he's doing. However, he says he is open to discussions. He is open to going to Carol Sonnie's house and discussing all of this. He is open to having a relationship with his daughter and a cordial relationship with his ex-partner. So I don't know about y'all, but this is the first time I'm doing this from an unbiased point of view. I see the frustrations, you know, from both of them, but at the same time, can we all be adults and just come through for this child? Because it's really not fair at the end of the day.
Yeah, when you really think about the fact that even the grandmother was like, I don't know this baby, because she was never introduced to this child. Like the whole situation of like Carol postponing and changing up and switching up whenever it was time to actually go and visit the parents, or the parents were supposed to come visit him. Like the fact that he actually took 2 people all the way to Gishagi just to be told that, oh yeah, we want to see your family before you actually come to our compound. And he brought people, and people that, like, they were rejected, or last minute it was changed and he couldn't actually go and do the introduction, so to speak. The fact that they've had a child for 3 years and he's not been able to introduce this child to his family, like they're also hearing on the internet, like every other one of us, like, yeah, but they got a baby's called Kayla, she's now 3 years old. Like we all are in the same situation, and it's like we're all inspecting from the outside looking in, because if someone truly honestly hasn't been able to see the child since they were 4 months old, and this kid is now fully at 3 years old, that's a long time. That's a non-relationship. Like your child, even if, you know, children only understand the parent that shows up. Children don't understand you are busy. Children don't understand you're looking for work. Children don't understand I am out here grinding for you. They only understand the parent that showed up. So for this child, wherever they are, Kayla, she's looking at it as a situation where my mom is always here, my dad is never here. So my dad clearly doesn't love me, clearly doesn't want anything to do with me, because he's not even made an effort to come and see me. And that is so sad for Kayla. Like, think about this child already developing daddy issues at 3 years old. Like, to what end, you know? It feels so unfair, and it feels like enyewe to an extent, even if it's bile between the parents. And I completely understand where Carol Sonnie is coming from. It's the exact situation where Tree was painting, where you were like, he's going to come and get me. Every time we break up, he comes and gets me. Because now I'm pregnant with this child. Ain't no way he's not going to show up. And then the guy is just like, you know what? I'm over this. I am tired of coming chasing you all the time. I am over this whole situation. If you want to go, you go. And I will not stay single. Because the way he justified it was also very funny, but like, I could get it. He said, as a social media content creator, you do not want to be single. Because the moment you're single, you're constantly looking for babes, right? You're constantly looking to fill your time with new babes. And he didn't want that for himself. He just wanted to have someone who's in a relationship with him, so that he doesn't waste so much time, energy, and money looking for other girls, right? Which I understand, again, justifiably so. However, the time period also doesn't make us very comfortable, because it was barely any time. Like, this chick just showed up out of nowhere being bestie, you know. So obviously, as Carol Sonnie, you also, like, you understand where she's coming from, but we also understand where Mulamwa is coming from. And now we're feeling sorry for Kayla, you know, and sorry for this new baby who's now been brought up, who's always going to hear, hey, your father chose you over your sister Kayla, you know, because that's going to be a whole other issue. Like, why is it that you chose preferential treatment for a baby boy and not the girl? Like, there's so many ways to spin the story, and it doesn't look good for either parent. So I personally feel like if Mulamwa is saying he's coming to your house, and if he's able to post pictures, we know that you allowed him in the house, I think this is about time. Swallow your pride, let this man come see his child. Like, let's just keep it moving.